Hi everyone, this is going to be the new moon in Pisces reading as well as the collective card reading for this week. Today is Tuesday, February the 25th. So I used 4 different card decks in this reading. I'm gonna go over them in just a second. I do just want to note, so this is a little bit of energy that's following on from the Mercury retrograde reading that I did last week. And of course, we are still in the midst of Mercury retrograde, so likely why this some of these energies are still coming up. But I'm just sensing a lot of confusion. I almost said like disclarity. That's not really a word, is it? But yeah, a lot of confusion or like mental conflict around what direction or path we're going in, around decisions that need to be made. Okay, could also, there's Zeus, could also definitely be dealing with, again, someone or something returning from the past. So let's get into it here. The first card that came out is the number 2 intuition from the Psychic Tarot deck. This is the High Priestess card, and as you'll see here, it's coming up in reverse. I don't really read reversals necessarily in this deck. When I do see them, it can mean one of 2 things. So either that the message of that card being emphasized, right? And so the prominent imagery on this card is all about feminine energy, okay, and that female intuition and really tapping into that. And you can see that the figure's eyes are closed here, right? So she's, again, it's sort of not necessarily paying attention to what your external circumstances may be looking like or feeling like, or what someone else may be telling you to do or how to feel about something. This is really about going within and tapping into yourself. I'm picking up a lot on like hermit energy or hangman energy, hermit representing the sign of Virgo and hangman representing the sign of Pisces, which are sister signs, okay? And a lot about just needing to take a step back, go within, meditation, journaling, spending quiet time alone to really make sure that you're in touch with your intuition regarding any decisions that you are making here, okay? And we have the 2 of Wands from the Cosmic Tarot coming out below that, also reversed, okay? So this is another indicator, and you notice the double 2s there as well, another indicator that, either, people may be having difficulty making decisions about which direction to go into, or perhaps choosing between 2 different things or 2 different people. Again, with the Mercury retrograde energy, I would not suggest making a hard and fast decision if you don't have to. Wait for this energy to sort of play out over the next few weeks if you can, and then make your decision, because I feel like you will have a lot more clarity as more time goes on, okay? I'm going to move quickly over to the other side before talking about the middle, okay? Because I'm trying to figure out like a good way to explain this like in a visual metaphor, but it's almost like what I'm seeing is like if you had a road, okay, like a straight road that's very clear, and then on either side of the road, like the scenery or the landscape is very blurry or like foggy, like you kind of can't see. But in the middle is very, very clear. And to me, that really represents, our alignment, being in touch and in tune with our higher self as per that intuition card, okay? So here on the other side, we have the number 4, discontentment and boredom. And it's in the reverse. I like seeing this in reverse because to me, it feels like a very past energy, okay? That maybe there was a past situation or a past person where discontentment and boredom played into the situation, perhaps, led to some sort of tower moment or sort of the dissolution of a situation, again, whether that's a relationship or perhaps it's related to work, okay? I do feel like this person or this thing may be coming back up around, okay? For whatever reason, okay? Again, you'll have to just sort of apply it for however it resonates to your situation. What I'm seeing here with the Ace of Swords is that either for you or someone else, there's a lack of truth here or a lack of clarity, okay? So let's say the example of someone from your past coming back, okay? They could be coming back now because they're in a state of discontentment and boredom. And I feel like whatever they may be communicating towards you, and that may be where the disclarity is coming from, because I'm feeling like I keep saying that word. That's not a word, just clarity. Anyway, it's a word for now. So I feel like, let's say this person communicates something to you. It's either not truthful, okay, and on the surface, it may not seem that way. It might seem like they are being forthcoming and earnest and honest, but like deep down in your intuition, you know that they're not. Okay, that's a little bit of the situation that I'm feeling here. What else am I seeing? I do want to point out that I am seeing like a rainbow there at the top of that card. I've actually never noticed that before when I look at it, usually right side up. So again, to me, it's like once this energy passes, everything's really gonna be looking up, you know, for lack of a better phrase. Everything's gonna be really clear and, you know, you're gonna have more happiness and joy sort of overtly. Okay, I feel like during this period right now, you know, some people may be sort of working through this retrograde energy fairly easily. Other people may be struggling with it a little bit more. Either way, I feel like ultimately everyone will move over into this energy that I'm seeing here in the middle of the reading, which is material and spiritual prosperity. Okay, really getting on your path, having some sort of victory, okay, could be monetarily, could be related to work, could be related to housing or a relationship, okay? You have the Sun card here falling out just below that, so this is fire energy, Leo energy. It's the happiest card in the deck. Okay, so again, really speaking to that happiness and joy that will come as you realize, okay, and actualize this material and spiritual prosperity that's showing up here in the reading. Okay, so two more things I just want to point out that were at the bottom of the deck. So for the Psychic Tarot, trapped in fear here, and you see how the man there, on the figure in the card rather, because don't pay attention to the gender of the cards, energy is non-gendered, but he's holding his head in his hand. So again, what I was saying at the beginning of the reading in terms of being wrapped up or caught up in your head or in your thoughts, and that kind of serving to hold you back right now, okay? And if that's happening for you, again, the guidance is to do whatever sort of self-care, mindful, and meditative practices that you can to connect and align with your higher self so that you're able to clearly utilize your intuition and make decisions that are the best for you, okay? Especially with that Two of Wands reverse, as well as that Ace of Swords coming up reverse. So again, could be you in terms of following your truth, or it could be someone else maybe perhaps not expressing the truth, and you might have some sort of inkling about that. You do have coming up in the future, the Four of Wands. So this is just another indicator of that material and spiritual prosperity that was indicated there with the Sun card, okay? And getting in alignment and really getting on your path and having success in that way. So that's coming, okay? I feel like Spirit's really trying to get us to focus on the end goal and maybe not perhaps necessarily how things may look and feel in the 3D reality right now, okay? So having touched upon this Swords energy, the last deck, well, actually the second to last deck that I pulled from, the third deck in the reading, from the Morgan Greer Tarot, we actually have the same suit across the board, and we do have a true pair here on the board. So we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, okay? Lots of air energy, which I was feeling at the beginning of the reading. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, if you have those placements in your chart or are one of those signs. If not, again, it's alluding to that very mental air energy, okay? Being very much so in your head and in your thoughts, all right? So there is a true pair here. It is interesting, like just the way I put them out and the way these cards are, they're not really facing each other, okay? So you or someone else, okay, business partner, romantic partner, friend, may not be on the same page right now, may not be necessarily seeing eye to eye. One or both of you may be cutting out other things or other people, right? Could even be each other, okay? It sort of goes back to, again, I think I said this in the Mercury retrograde reading, but it's almost like anything or anyone that is leaving, okay, or being severed, cut from your life right now that you're cutting out, it's meant to go. So just allow it to go with grace, okay? And then finally you have the Page of Swords here. Definitely I'm feeling some kind of communication between people, okay? Again, could be this King of Swords, Queen of Swords characters, okay? Feeling lots of air energy here. some sort of communication coming in. So it could be a conversation, a phone call, a text, an email, a letter. Okay. Again, there is some question of truthiness around this. Okay. I very much am seeing like this Ace of Swords here to me is this sword that this page is holding here. So there is some question about whether, and the thing is, I don't want to make it sound like someone may be, lying intentionally. That certainly could be the case, but oftentimes, you know, people, you know, the phrase like people can only meet you as far as they meet themselves. So if they are not really honest with themselves about who or what they are or who or what they want, then, you know, it's possible that then they're also not honest with other people they may be communicating to. That's just a little bit of the energy that I'm getting off of that. Okay, so finally, our numerology guidance, the number 66 healing, Aquarian energy, which is more air energy. Definitely, I'm also picking up on star energy, even though we didn't have the star card coming out in this reading. Definitely in a period of healing that is working to push us into that material and spiritual prosperity and progress. Okay, I heard a phrase this weekend that I really liked, that was spiritual progress, not perfection. Okay, and I've really been sort of ruminating on that as a sort of mantra: spiritual progress, not perfection. So I think, let me just read the affirmation for the numerology guidance and then I'll close out this reading. Okay, let me just find the page. I'm like obviously filming with one hand, so. All right. So it says, as I heal myself and others, I raise the vibration of the world. Let me say that again. As I heal myself and others, I raise the vibration of the world. Amen. Okay, so that's going to be the reading for this week. I will come back with a weekend reading, and I'm also going to get started on the March self-care astrology readings for all the signs. I believe Virgo will be first. So do stay tuned for that. All of those videos are always posted on YouTube. This video will be posted on both IG and YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Of course, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so through my website. See you.